Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 39th Quality Webinar Series of Internal Quality Assurance Cell on the topic Role of Alumni and Alumni Association. Let us begin the program with a small prayer. God Almighty, lead us from the unreal to the real, darkness to light, from death to immortality. May there be peace in the celestial regions. May there be peace on earth. May all things be a source of peace to us. And may thy peace itself bestow peace on all. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti unto all. Now I invite Professor N.D. Rajan, Director, School of Rehabilitation and Behavioral Sciences, for the welcome address.
Good morning
Over
to
to you, sir.
all at the outset. It's a happy occasion for us to host this 39th webinar of Quality Webinar Series. Our university is, always on the very positive side, and we have been improving the quality of education. And the credentials of ANAC itself shows that we have come from a B plus to A now. So we have been targeting to A double plus. And our Honorable Vice Chancellor and all the office bearers, the directors of the universities are all on the move towards our goal of A double plus in the next cycle. And there have been enormous changes in the quality of education in the Naga Mission Research Foundation, our university. And as a part of that, the IQAC of the university has been conducting a series of webinars on this particular aspect of quality. And we have the opportunity to host the 39th webinar. I thank our director for having given this opportunity, director of IQC for having given this opportunity to for this webinar. So once we on the way to plan for the this webinar, we've been thinking what could be the topic that we'll choose. And we've gone through the previous webinars titles, and we thought we'll take up on Alumni and Alumni Association, which is going to be one of the strongest bond that would give a lead to any university for that matter. And once we got that, the title fixed for them, then we were looking for a resource person who could be the apt person for this particular event. And I remember during our mock inspection of NAC, we had experts from Ramachandra University. And we were negotiating with them, and they were telling that idea of the Srihar, Ramachandra University alumni, being one of the strongest alumni. And also we got through our colleagues, our friends in Ramachandra University about the activities of alumni and its association in Srihar, Chennai. Then we contacted the chief person of the day, resource person of the day, Dr. Kaushik. And within a short notice, he accepted our invitation. And he is with us today. And I thank you, sir, first, and welcome you for making it today. And we know that, I was really thrilled with your the casual approach that you have shown over the phone, and very pleasing it was. And thank you very much. And I welcome you, sir, for this event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I welcome our director IQAC, Dr. Gnanasekhar, for ever encouraging and making things all happen towards the A double plus, which is a dream for us for the next cycle. And I welcome you, sir, for this event. And I welcome all the delegates, the participants of this webinar across our campuses, and my colleagues and all IQAC coordinators of all the colleges. Well, I welcome them to this webinar, 39th webinar. Welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the welcome address. Next, I request our beloved director, IQAC, Vinayaga Missions Research Foundation, Dr. P. Dhanashekhar, to address the audience.
Warm morning to all of you. At the outset, let me wish all the participants a wonderful and prosperous New Year 2024. And this webinar is the first in the new year and the 39th of the series. So we started this webinar series as a means of getting in touch with our own faculty during COVID. And we thought it gave good insights and also opportunity for people to know plenty of things from people who are experts in the field. And that is the reason we keep this continuing. And right now we are at the 39th webinar. And I congratulate both the director and IKC coordinator for SRPS for hosting this 39th webinar of the Quality Webinar Series organized by IQAC of VMRFDU. When we look at today's topic, Alumni and Alumni Association, what is their role? For the information of all the participants, I would like to say VMRFDU has 24 constituent institutions spread across 4 campuses in Salem, Chennai, Pondicherry, and Karaikal. We are a multidisciplinary university, like Ramchandra, and it is a single campus. We are spread across 4 campuses. We have 3 medical colleges, 2 engineering colleges, 3 nursing colleges, homeopathy, dental, arts and science, physiotherapy, physical education, allied health sciences, rehabilitation. So we have all disciplines under the university. And out of the 24 institutions as of now, 17 institutions have registered alumni associations. And remaining institutions are in the process of registering their associations. School of Rehabilitation is a fairly new school to the university, and the first batch of the school from the university is yet to pass out. So probably once the first batch comes out, we'll have the Alumni Association registered from SRBS. And now we are in the, planning to have a separate alumni association at the university level, which will coordinate with all the associations of the individual colleges and act as a main association where it will integrate all these institutional associations. We are recently tied up with an agency called wow.com, which is now a portal for alumni. So we have a central portal for alumni. And as of now, nearly 15,000 alumni across the globe have joined the portal, and the count is increasing day by day. Now, looking at the role of alumni, I don't know how many of us still remember our school days and go back to the school or meet our teachers. That relationship is something which is nostalgic. See, the same relationship, I don't know whether will exist with our college. See, we would have had a very good relationship at the school level when we were children going to the classes. But when we move to the college, the scenario is totally different. And I really am not aware how many of us will go back to our college and contribute to the development of the college as an alumni. So that gap we feel has to be filled with more of awareness, more of, see, nowadays people are looking at the happiness index. So how do you improve the happiness index of students so that once they go out, they don't forget the institution and they come back? So that is how we should be able to strengthen the alumni. I think today's resource person will shed more light on how to strengthen the association and the bond between the student and the institution, and what role the alumni can play in both the development of the institution as well as the current students. So I am also looking forward to hear from the resource person on the topic. And I do hope all the participants will have wonderful message to take home today, so that they can implement in their own institutions. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Sir, for the address. As Sir mentioned, an alumni is not just a graduate, but a lifelong member of the community, and bond between the alumni is unbreakable, forged through shared struggles and triumphs. To have a detailed overview on the topic, I invite Dr. M. Kaushik Mutturaja, Associate Professor, Pulmonary Medicine and Tuberculosis, and Secretary, Alumni Foundation, Sri Ramachandra Institute of Higher Education and Research, Srihar. His areas of specialization include sleep disorder, snoring, asthma, pulmonary critical care, lung infection, smoking cessation, and interventional pulmonology. He is a recipient of Young Scientist Award at National College of Chest Physicians at NAPCON 2013. He has several papers to his credit, both at national and international level. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction. The outset, I wish a very happy new year to all the members of ABMC, and I'm not going to do any formal presentation. So I just understand with the conversation I had with the dean that it would be more of a discussions which we would like to have and see how we can take this forward and have a very interactive and outcome-based discussion on alumni involvement in the university. So, so can we just understand from your perspective what are the challenges being put across? Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, you're audible. I would rather say the challenges on reaching out to the alumni. Most of our institutions are nearly 2 decades old.
Correct.
So the batches which were, the earlier years where we didn't have social media connect or digital connect, the records whatever we had on the students' database, probably those times we didn't have mobile phones. We had only landline phones. Probably whatever contact details we had were obsolete. So now getting
Correct.
all these people is really a tough job.
One board is difficult. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
So
and
yes, sir.
we
So
are probably identifying at least one person from each batch. So that, see, anybody from my own batch, I will be knowing or in touch with at least 10 or 15 people of my batch. So that way we are trying to get more people
correct.
into the loop. So this is one major
Correct.
a disadvantage we
Okay.
have getting the database.
Correct. Very true, sir. Very true. So that is the very important and intrinsic problem which we face and which we also continue to face even now to get connected with our old, the alumni who belong to So am I visible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very
Yes.
much.
Yeah. So the challenge is what you're saying is absolutely right. So we also had that challenge, and we still continue to have. So to connect with the alumni who have joined the institution during the initial stages, during the starting of institution, like when there is no digital era, so their presence in social media is itself very less. So for them to connect via it's becoming a very big challenge. So how an 35-year-old institution. So we took over the Alumni Association 6 years back, after which we did a formal registration under the Society Act. So what we did is we had initially the Alumni Association used to be a faculty based, like there will be Alumni Association for medical college, there will be Alumni Association for dental college, pharmacy, nursing. So what we did is we unified all the alumni associations, and then we brought in a central alumni cell. So this central alumni cell will have a executive member from each representative faculties. For example, there will be a representative from pharmacy, will from nursing, from physiotherapy, from biomedical sciences, from dental. And then these are the executive members who will be part of the uh, board. So what we usually do is we tend to handpick these executive members who are working in Ramachandra for the ease of connectivity with the faculty heads. So we tend to identify who are alumni and also working as an employee here in each of these faculties, and then they are given the executive member role. So by this, what happens is it is easy to communicate with the heads of the faculty, and then there is always a connectivity between the executive member and the future alumni. So we are going to, like, for example, the students right now in final year or internship will become alumni the next year. So we are able to penetrate that crowd, and what we are going to do, what is happening in the alumni association, how it would be beneficial for them. So we are basically targeting them to get in more alumni registrations and more alumni participation. So this is what is one part of it, and the second part of it is these executive members will have a database of, as you said, one or few members of each batch, and then each batch WhatsApp group we have access to. So our alumni cell has created a WhatsApp group for each batch, and then the alumni secretary is also a part of those groups. So, for example, if there is a 1999 MBBS batch, we will have a 1999 WhatsApp group exclusively for the alumni. It is not their private WhatsApp group. That will be a different WhatsApp group in which they converse on a regular basis. But then we will have a 1999 WhatsApp group along with our number added to that group. So, like for example, we can say we started with 10 members of 1999, and the 11th member would be the alumni association number. So slowly this number will pick up. So more people will be added to that group. It will, for we had 150 students, then probably will be able to reach 80, 90 students maximum of the 1999 batch. So with this process also, it is very difficult for us to reach the students who have registered before 1995. So who are left before 1995, we are still finding the challenge. So what we have done is we have outsourced this entire project of identifying the alumni before older alumni, and verify the numbers and the addresses to an PR agency, and they are going to start the work on that. Like we are going to give them all the names and addresses, old addresses. So they are going to personally call and find out each person, or through the peer links which they get, they will find out where is the other person. They are going to give us the entire recent database to us. So that is the project which we have for this year. In this whole year, we want to connect with, identify the right number and right addresses of the older alumni, and which we may not able to do from our alumni cell, because all of us are working in a different environment. We have our own priorities. So it has been outsourced to a company to do this project and give it to us. So the entire project is about collecting databases and giving back to us, because as you said, the number of students passed out of universities like us must be much bigger. Like we have around 25,000 students so far passed out of our university. So, but we have databases of somewhere around 8,000 to 9,000 only. So, the but what we have corrected is we are able to capture 100% data of students who have passed out in the last 7 years. So that is becoming a very big strength for us. So, and most of the students will be involved in one or other kind of alumni activities during their student life itself. So we are exposing them to the alumni association, what we are doing, all those things happens. They will be volunteering us. So whenever they volunteer alumni program, they'll be given certificates, they'll be given some kind of motivation and some kind of appreciations from the alumni association. So, and these are taken as credit points when alumni is sponsoring something. For example, we have a award called Distinguished Alumni Award. So for this Distinguished Alumni Award, we also taken the contribution of the student, what they have done back to the alumni association. So we have right now we introduced scholarships for alumni who are postgraduates in Ramchandra or anywhere else. So, for example, if somebody has passed out MBBS or any undergraduate from Ramachandra, except for MBBS and dental, we have instituted scholarships for the PGs. So it is for 3 members, we will be providing them scholarship of 50,000 every year as their tuition fee compensation. So this would be provided. We have a very robust selection criteria, and one of the selection criteria where we have given high importance is their contribution towards the alumni association during their student life. So that carries a very high mark. So which means the students will also be encouraged to participate in more alumni related activities. So that is what we have done for getting more participation in the alumni association. So coming back to creating the interest for alumni to come back to the institution is a very big challenge, sir. Like even though if you keep talking to the alumni, you invite them, you ask them to come back to your institution, the turnout will be very, very, very less, very, very low. Like it is very hard to even bring 100 people for any kind of a gathering, in spite of having a huge number. So what we did is we introduced something. Sorry, sir. What we did is we introduced something called as privileges provided to the alumni from the university. So we have a list of privileges which the alumni will be eligible to if they are visiting the university. So like they have privilege to access the libraries. Once they pass out, they can come back to the library, use the alumni ID card. They can use their library facilities. They can, if they want to have any attachments to the clinical department or to their parent department for any kind of short-term education or short-term training. If there is a new equipment which is available in the university, and if they want to get trained, so they can officially write a letter to the alumni association. Alumni association will facilitate that for them, and they can come back, get trained in one particular procedure, one particular modality, one particular equipment, and then they'll be issued a certificate by the university to the alumni. So they also have discounted rates for the conferences and CMEs which are happening inside the university campus. So we provide alumni privilege discounts to them. So that can be decided by the university as well, like how much of discounts. Like for example, if he is not an alumni, then they are paying some 5,000 rupees, then the alumni will pay only 3,000 rupees to participate in the conferences. So these kind of privileges we have set, and we have a few other privileges also, like they can use our sports facility, the sports grounds, all those things they can utilize. So these are the privileges which we actually got it approved by our top management, and they were also encouraging us to go ahead and do it, so that they want a more number of alumni to come back to the university and have a connect with them. So then we what we did is we cohorted all the alumni in each country. Like for example, we cohorted alumni in UK, we cohorted alumni in the Gulf, we cohorted alumni in the US. So we formed WhatsApp groups, we formed other groups where we would have where we can have regular connect with them, and they also keep telling us what is happening in their own area. And we established an international Sri Ramachandra alumni cell in which all international activities are showcased, and everybody comes to know who is what, who is where, and all that. And we had an international help line, international alumni cell, which helps students from our institution to go to UK, US, or Gulf for any kind of training, and they will mentor them. So we have an alumni mentor program as well, where, for example, around 5 students have gone to UK through one of our alumni who was a gastroenterologist there. So he helps out all these kids to get accommodation, get placed in good hospitals for training, and he takes care of everything. So like that, we have identified members who will be mentoring these kids once they become alumni. So this is one type of program which we also initiated to make sure there is an alumni participation and interaction with the university. So then coming back to the alumni board as well, the board is a very important factor here. So the alumni board makes sure we meet every month. There are around 18 members in the alumni board. There is an equal representation given to all the faculties. And the board is the strongest body of our alumni chapter. So we decide what has to be. So our main motto is, the primary aim is what we are giving back to the alumni. That is our primary motto. The second is what we are giving back to the university. The third motto is what we are giving back to the society. So we make sure all these three things are fulfilled on a yearly basis. We have yearly short-term projects. We have long-term projects for both alumni, what we contribute to the university, what we contribute to the alumni, what we contribute to the society. So depending upon any queries there? Any? I heard somebody.
You can go ahead, sir. I think some background.
Yeah. Okay. So what we do is during our board meetings, each executive members, they bring in their ideas of how they want to contribute back to the alumni, how they want to contribute back to the university, and how they want to contribute back to the society. So each faculty have to come with a plan what they want to do. So with that, we will be the board will discuss, and whatever is possible from the alumni board, we will facilitate it then and there. So with this, we have done a lot of activities for the alumni as well, like the scholarships, the Distinguished Alumni Award, travel grants for alumni, then we have research grants for alumni, then research grants for PhD alumni who are doing PhDs. There are multiple alumni beneficiary programs we have. And then for the university, we also done multiple contribution, like we have installed sanitary napkin vending machines across the university. We have donated multiple other books and all these things from the Alumni Association. We have participated in, alumni will participate in university conducted camps, and they will donate hearing aids and all that. So these kind of activities are also being given back to the university. And society, and for the society also, we have a lot of programs. We have tied up with the NSS of our university, and we have constructed a lot of toilets and helped with enhancing medical facilities in rural villages. All that is going on, sir. So this is how we work in the Alumni Association towards these goals preliminary. So, and what we do is we have to bring back the alumni to the institution. That is very important. So what we do is we also conduct what we call as an Meet Your Alumni. So that is a program which we organize, where alumni who are positioned themselves in a better way, who can be resource persons for certain topics. We invite them. We ask them to give some lectures or seminars to the current students, so that there is an visibility of the alumni who have done who have shined well in their particular field to the students of the institution. So this the alumni feels very proud about it. So we have a lot of alumni volunteering them to come and do these kind of programs for us. Like they wanted to talk about how to have a career pathway towards UK or US, or they want to talk about the best practices which they have in their field now. What is being missed during the student education, the gap is being fulfilled, identifying the proper resource person. This has also been done by the individual chapters. They will come and tell us, we are inviting this particular alumni to give this particular talk, and then it will be approved. And all those logistics and other expenses are taken care completely by the alumni, or we will also give a 50% share for those kind of programs. So this is being done. So that is one thing. The other thing is, I think the other thing is having an exclusive website and app for alumni. I think Huawei is supporting you. So I think that part, I think they would be able to cover. So other than that, I think I have covered everything. So we have exclusive IQAC alumni members. So what they will do is they will concentrate only on IQAC requirement, I mean NAC requirements. So, but our alumni association, we have made it a point that only if you're concentrating on NAC, we will miss out on the student, we will miss out on the connectivity. So what we have done is two members will concentrate only on NAC requirements, what alumni has to do, what kind of data has to be shared with the NAC. But the main aim of the association is not NAC. The main aim of the association is bring back people to the university, to bring back the connectivity. So that feeling of that sense of ownership and pride we wanted to create among the alumni. So that is the one which will bring back the alumni to the institution in a more organic way than an artificial way of projecting things only for NAC. So what we did is, but even though we made sure that we should not neglect NAC requirements, so we have allotted two members exclusively to do NAC work. So they will do all data collection, submission, what has to be done for NAC, and from the NAC point of view. All others will work towards the alumni point of view, how to bring them back, how to have a get-togethers, how to have the connectivity with the institution is what the others will do. So we have an exclusive secretary appointed for alumni association. So those secretaries will take care of the complete day-to-day operations of the alumni society. I mean the office secretaries. What happens in our society, sir. So other than that, I think I have enlightened everything. Even with all these things, we still have challenges. We still have less number of people coming back to the alumni. I think more the visibility, more the ownership, more the sense of ownership which if we are able to give back to the alumni, they'll definitely come back, because college is a place where we all learned how to live after we pass out, and there is a lot of memories which they would like to connect with. So I think that connectivity has to be established, especially being a private college, there will be a lack of that connectivity. So that is what we should establish among the alumni, sir. Because what happens is there is a feeling that, okay, fine, we paid the fees, we studied here. Okay, what is the point in coming back to it is not like the school where things were different. So from our side, we have to establish a lot of activities to bring back the alumni and get them connected with the university. So I think I'm done, sir. I'm done with. If anything else, any queries, I think we can go ahead and discuss one by one, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your perspectives. So recently we had a chance to attend a conference at Srihar on communication disorders, and I personally saw these I saw the sanitary dispensers there, but I didn't know it was contributed by the alumni association. So thank you for it.
By alumni, yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful, sir. Like a wonderful hygienic setup there. So yeah.
Thank you.
So now we will have a discussion session. Any participant who wants to provide inputs can raise their hands. There is an option for raising hands in the Zoom platform, and I'll be unmuting. And we can also have inputs from Rajan sir and Dr. Nagar. Yeah. So any participants, you can also put your queries on the chat option given, or the question and answer option is also given there.
So Kaushik, it was very interesting and to know the activities there in Srihar. I have a question or a clarification that see, you have a centralized alumni association, and you have the other faculties have their own alumni.
So we have a centralized alumni association,
okay,
under which all chapters are there.
but they are all chapters.
Yeah, they're all chapters. They are all not individual associations.
Okay.
They have limited powers to do their activities, especially limited financial powers. Why we have chosen this model is only by this we are able to build the corpus funds, and we are able to have a control on what is happening and what should be funded in a proper way. But everybody has an opinion and rights to claim their own share of funds to conduct the programs, but it should be justified. So that is why we are succeeded in this model. So I just wanted to know why it was made, because initially there was a lot of resistance for having a centralized financial centralized financial model, where the alumni board will decide on what has to be done, what not has to be, what shouldn't be done. But then now all the executive members and the faculties are happy that we are having a centralized alumni.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because if maybe that you're the only centralized office, you need to renew with the register of societies. So rest of the chapters need not do that.
Rest of the chapter need not do that. Only our central association will.
Yeah. Otherwise, if you have separate the associations, each and every college has to renew with the
Yes, initially 6 years back there were individual associations which were registered, but then we made sure that all those things were scrapped off, and then we have the centralized alumni cell alone.
Yeah, that's the eases out a lot of activities on the chapters. Otherwise, it's a regular thing. Like if one misses it out, it becomes a problem.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very fine. And the second thing is that you said the scholarships are given to alumni. For when they go for the PG programs, and is it as a scholarship, for a few people as centralized or each faculty?
So what we have done is every year we will give 3 scholarships, which is excluding dental and medical. So these 3 members would be best of 3 of all the faculties.
Or not chapter wise?
Not chapter wise. Chapter wise. As of now, it is not chapter wise because of the limitations of funds.
Yeah.
So once we have enough funds, then probably we are trying to introduce one per each chapter.
Okay.
So right now we have around 15 chapters. So eventually we will be increasing the strength one by one. So that is the plan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now to all the participants, IQAC coordinator has shared the Google feedback form. All participants, please fill the feedback form, and this feedback.
Radhika,
Yeah.
just ask for anybody else wants
Yeah,
to.
I'll ask. So
Yeah,
this
there are a
feedback
couple of
form
questions.
this feedback form will also be distributed among the WhatsApp group. Now we have 2 questions. I think it is by Rajalakshmi ma'am. So sir, one question is, how would you motivate the alumni to become members? And the second question is, how about the head of the institute becoming the member of alumni association when they are not the alumni? Is there precedent ex officio option? Ma'am, I will give the option to, if my question is not clear, I will have the option for you to talk also, ma'am. Yes, sir. Is the question clear?
No, no, I think I understand the question. I understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question is clear. The first thing is, the first thing is, how do you motivate the alumni to become members? I think we have a mandatory membership, ma'am. So everybody who is passing out of the institution will mandatorily have to pay the alumni fees, and they have to be part of the alumni association. So there is no question about it. But if they're also doing a post graduation, they need not pay. So there will be one-time membership fee for all alumni who are passing out of Ramchandra institution, and it is a mandatory alumni fee. So there is no exclusions about it. So that is one. But how to motivate them to participate in alumni activities is what the alumni association has to do. So I think I enlisted quite a number of activities which we do. So to make sure the alumni are coming back to this. So the main point is how would you make them to come back? So that has to be done preliminarily by the university. So via media through the alumni association. But the university has to take that initiation. Like they have to do something, some kind of activities, some kind of programs to bring back the alumni inside. So that is when these things will kick off much well. So yeah, the second is how to make sure the president. Sorry, I lost the question. One second. How to head of the institution become the head of the institution, as in means who,
No,
like
if
vice
head of the
chancellor, or who
institution,
is it?
So
So
usually head of institution becomes an ex officio member of the alumni. Without any portfolio, they'll be just an ex officio member. They cannot be ex officio president.
sure, sir.
So it all
They can,
depends
yeah,
on the
exactly.
bylaws of the
Yeah,
association.
exactly the bylaws of the association. But what we have done is we are not having any ex officios, sir. We are not having any ex officios, just because having an ex officio from a university might restrict ideas to come in. So that is the only reason we made sure that no ex officios are part of the alumni association, but we have a very good relationship with our institute heads and the management. So there is a difference there. So we want ideas to come in, we want criticisms to come in. So if somebody from a highest chair is sitting there, then people may not open up. So we have made sure we want people to give input, so that we would be able to change something, or make some visible contributions towards the society. And we want also have to have some autonomousity, so that the decisions are taken by alumni association, and people in the alumni association should feel they can take some decisions. So they have that ownership, they have that leadership skills, so take that decisions and make sure certain things are done in a proper way. So if we have an ex officio sitting there, then it becomes more like a monitored meeting, so where people may not open up, like, because most of our members are part of faculties working here, then it will restrict their ideas. So that is why we didn't have it. But then all the all the meeting minutes will be sent to the highest office, like dean of our institution, vice chancellor, and a copy to chancellor will also be sent. And we have a very good relationship. So there is no difference of opinions which we have. They request us something to do, we will do it. We request something, they will do it. So it is something like that. It's very mutual. The respect and understanding is very mutual for us.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, is that clear or?
But there is a provision, if you want ex officios, you can have it. So that is very clear.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. We have one more question. This is by Professor Arun Banik, sir, Head of Department of Speech Language Pathology. The question is, what steps have you taken to registered alumni association in your organization in the beginning? Please elaborate.
Sorry, I didn't get that question properly, ma'am. Like, as in the society registration or establishment of alumni cell inside the university, what exactly that does that mean?
One second, sir. I think he has asked about in the beginning stages, what were the steps taken to register the alumni association?
That is what? It is a registering with the society. That is what he means, or how we established alumni inside our university. What exactly he means by?
One second, sir. Banik sir, can you hear me, sir? Hello? Hello?
But she don't want to do that. Why you are doing?
Hello?
He has to
Not,
unmute and speak.
Maybe he has to unmute.
yes, sir. He has to unmute from his part.
Yeah. Is it okay, Radhika?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear
yeah.
you.
Yes, yes. What I'm trying to understand, I means trying to emphasize on you. Under Registration Act, we know that for every organizations or anything that we have to register under the Registration Society Act of 1860. But here in the Alumni Association, I'm sure that it is followed the same registration. But I would like to know that in SRMC, when you are registering such an alumni association, how you have registered, making bylaws and other things, how you went on and how you have registered the organization and how you are managing under the Registration Act.
No, we have done under the Registration Act only, sir. But you want to know the bylaws? I'm not very clear yet.
If you can little elaborate, even including the bylaws, what are the steps?
Sir, shall I? Sir, already
I
in
may
our
not be able
university,
to.
sir,
Yes, sir.
already
Yes.
in our university, we have 17 of the colleges with registered alumni association. So there are 17 bylaws available. So when your first batch passes out of the School of Rehabilitation Sciences, you can identify the first set of office bearers from the college, and these people can be the first office bearers who will present this bylaws to the Register of Societies and get it registered. So there is an auditor for AVMC who will assist in getting your bylaws drafted and getting the registration. So there is a process involved which will be taken care of.
Okay, sir. Sir, I got your point. Here you said that the 17 organization having the bylaws and they register separately for each alumni. So
Yes,
I
sir.
think my suggestion is that when we have a 17 organization such a, is there any annual conference that you are holding for considering all the 17 alumni association or different colleges under VMRFDU-IQAC mission?
That's what at the beginning itself I told. We are contemplating as Ramachandra's model to have a centralized alumni association at the university level. And probably the presidents of these 17 and odd associations will be the members of the university alumni association, and they will coordinate with these 17 associations, or probably we'll have to look at the legal aspects of converting them as chapters, like what Ramachandra has done.
Yeah.
And because see, one association has a bank balance of close to 40 lakhs.
Oh, very nice.
So the alumni association itself is a independent entity that has got, the institution has got no control over the association. So only the board of directors and the general body of the particular alumni association can take any decision of spending that money. So when we convert them as chapters, then there'll be a question of how that money has to be transferred, where it has to be transferred, and who will be in charge of that money and all that. So we are looking at the legal aspects of all that thing. But as of now, individual associations we want to form and see that we bring in all the students, all our alumni into the fold. First, get the database, get them inside. then find out means of how we can use them for the upliftment of the institution or the university as well.
Yeah, that is important, sir, because as per the IQSC, even for the NEC accreditation requirement, this is an important activity which is a part of the university, and that need to be taken care in future.
So one thing what we find out of my experience, I'm telling you, though we have the 17 associations, these associations spend money for activities. They do something for the college, but it is not reflected properly. See, for example, during their annual general body meeting, they contribute something to the college, right? But that is not properly captured in the college balance sheet or the university balance sheet. So we are not able to claim it in either NAC or whatever accreditation agency they are asking. So that streamlining of these processes should happen. Otherwise, no, whatever they contribute will not be properly captured, and we can't claim it in these associations. So from IQAC, we are now giving out SOPs to be followed for all these contributions. See, plenty of alumni contribute books for the library. See, these are not absorbed properly. So, and now we have instructed every library to have a separate accession page for alumni and give numbers, exclusive numbers for those books donated by the alumni. And this will be taken as donation in kind when we report for back. So that
Sir,
has to come.
yeah, sir, here, see, one of the important aspects of this, the alumni association, is the development of the professional activities and the infrastructure also. So
Yes,
if
sir.
one of the thing is that, if like as you rightly pointed out that you have pointed out only the books, I said why only the books? Even for some other infrastructure, even instrument
No,
also.
I gave you an example, sir.
Ha ha.
For in Salem Homeopathy Medical College,
Ah,
last year the Alumni Association has donated an ambulance.
okay, very
But
good,
the
very good.
problem was the ambulance is registered in the name of the association, not in the name of the college. So this cannot be absorbed into the college inventory so that we can claim under that. So that is where we had some legal issue. So
Yeah,
that has to be sorted.
yeah. Maybe the amendment, you can bring out such amendment in the bylaws itself, so that these technical issues can be sorted out. And also,
Yes,
my
that's
suggestion is that said, one of the important thing, the upliftment and development of the professional and the within the alumni associations by different colleges. Here, like when you're talking about the development aspects and promoting and upgrading this thing, that the when you have a sufficient grant, you have a sufficient the bank balance is available. Probably in the under the bylaws, you can bring out certain issues like attending conferences or promoting the professional to go into international conferences, present papers, the transfer of grants of the passage money, all these things. Maybe this can be given as a support from the alumni association for the people who are not talented scientists who are not able to attend such activity. So those are where the alumni association can take an active role on it. So this is my suggestion, sir.
Sir, if you go to the portal or alumni portal, whatever you are asking for is available there. Not only just connecting with the alumni, but there we have a provision for alumni to be part of the institutional community as a mentor, and they, for their own development also, there are posts on various jobs available across the globe. Even for their development, they can use it. So that is how the portal itself has been designed. I think you can visit the portal, you will understand how it is beneficial for both the institution as well as the alumni also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what I'm thinking, since we are representing from the School of Rehabilitation Behavioral Sciences, so we need, since Alumni Association has come up with very good things, and this is the upcoming very important school that need lot of extramural supports If that can be done, then we can definitely we can come out a very good activity in future in terms of development, research, and other activities.
So, what
Yeah.
SRBA should do right now is, I think your first batch is passing out in 24. Correct, sir? Rajan, sir?
So now, sir, 23, one batch has come. They are working on the registration now.
Okay, so
The-
once you
the
get your
PTs
association
have come.
registered
Yes, sir.
and have a mandate with your admission section, the final year fee structure itself, this alumni registration component should be included, and that has to be collected there and remitted to the alumni association. So automatically, when the student passes out, he becomes a alumni.
Fine, sir.
So thereby we won't lose out even a single student, because since you are starting afresh, it will be easy for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
As of now, is there a mandatory alumni membership fee, or it's an optional, sir?
No, they are yet to register their association. So
No,
once
sir.
they
All
register,
other
probably
chapters,
all
other
others
colleges.
we have, sir. Every college they have a mandate. And we have an exclusive deputy director for alumni relation at the university level. We have exclusive person who also takes care of these alumni activities of the institutions, coordinating with the alumni coordinators of each association.
Okay, okay, sir. But what would be the average footfall of alumni into this institution, sir?
So there is one misconcept which is being followed by the institutions. During the graduation day of the institution, they usually say graduation day is the morning session. Afternoon session, they have an alumni meet. So most of these alumni meets will be those who are graduating. Probably after
Okay.
lunch, the same students who are getting their degrees will be sitting there in the alumni meet. But we have been stressing on the institutions to have their general body meeting of alumni association during the alumni meet rather than having just the meeting of the outgoing students. So that way you can have a fixed calendar in your college. On your graduation day, afternoon session, your annual general body meeting of the association should happen. See, only then you'll have more alumni coming into the college frequently.
So my concern is, sir, like see these alumni, especially in the medical sector, like how to bring them back into the institution is a very big challenge, sir. It is not a easy goal at all. So they have all these alumni. They have to feel that university is genuinely trying to do some kind of an activity for the alumni. So that feeling has to be inculcated into the alumni's mind to bring them back into the institution. Otherwise, even when you talk to them, the level of resistance to come back to the institution to do something is very high, very, very high.
Correct.
And then to break it, I think we have to do a lot of activities from the university point of view. So, and those should be genuinely directed towards the benefit of the alumni. So that is what would actually strengthen the alumni. So if you take all these IIM, IIT alumni, the basic concept of them is networking. So
Yes.
you will be having a very good network if you're part of IIM alumni, because all those IIM alumni or IIT alumni will be placed globally in some big positions. So networking becomes the goal there. But here in our situation is little different. Here networking is not a major component for people to be in the alumni association. Even though a small sector would benefit out of networking, but then the feel towards the alma mater, that should be established in a bigger way. So they contribute much better. And of course networking will do help, but for that to happen they should be part of the alumni society. So
Yes.
eventually, especially if somebody is of 50 years of age or 45 and plus, who are settled down in career, and for them networking doesn't matter right now. So everything is settled, and the career is going well and all that. So to bring those crowd inside the university becomes very, very big challenge. So our college first year is 85. So from 1990 they would be the alumni. So but most of them would be right now 58 plus. So for them, networking is not an important goal in life right now. So right now the priorities are completely different. So we can't go and talk to them about alumni. You come back to alumni associations, be part of it. So right now, to bring them back, we have to honor them. Like we have to tell them, okay, you have done so much in your field. Our university really wants to appreciate you. You are the torch bearers of the institution. So you come back to the university. We want to honor you. We want to give you some award. So we are using those kind of activities to bring them back. So we are using
that is one, sir. And recently UGC has come out with professor of practice concept. See, our alumni who are taught in academics and probably working in the industry or institutions, they can be brought in as professor of practice.
Yes.
So that way we can engage them and they can be part of the teaching community.
Yes. And what happens when you are honoring them, sir? Like when you're honoring them or when you're giving them some award, it becomes a very big landmark event in their life, that when the alma mater is recognizing them.
Exactly.
So
Yes,
that brings a lot of emotions together. So that is what we want to capitalize on. We want to capitalize on those emotions of the alumni. So like our institute is ready to recognize us, where we had a very playful younger days. Now the university has recognizing me as a very good resource person or a human in a community is a very big thing for them. So I think that has to, if you establish those kind of activities, and during those graduation day you can bring them on as a guest and honor them, that will become a much more bigger advantage for the visibility of the alumni activities.
we have introduced one concept of alumni lecture series.
Yeah.
Where we have asked the institutions to organize a series of lectures, at least one in a month, where one of the alumni will have a lecture session, either be in physical mode or online. So that way we can rope in such elite people. Even they will be, again, when they are engaged, then the next time you call them for the college for some event, they will be ready to come.
Yes, sir. But only one thing is, sir, there will be a resistance in certain departments to bring back certain alumni into the department to give lectures and everything. So that should be taken care by the heads of the institution. So these are the practical problems we face. So those things, because what happens, somebody will be really good outside, they'll be flourishing well, but then we would be missing out them to bring back to the society because they have some kind of not a good relationship with the department, existing department faculties. So but then this kind of thing should be eliminated when they are bringing people, resource person inside, so that what happens is there is a fair selection of resource persons inside the university. So these, I think, the head of the institutions should make sure that the right people come inside. So that is what we do here. So we also had a lot of challenges. We also had a lot of resistance for bringing in people who are flourishing extremely well, to bring back and give them lectures. But then we somehow made sure our top management were ready to bring those people in, and then we made sure we brought those people inside. So those kind of things, I think some higher level intervention would be required, sir.
There was a question by Dr. Shantian. She was asking the necessity of a strong alumni network in IQAC, how far to be improved and future improvement of our colleges. I think we have discussed about it in our discussion, but ma'am, if you want to ask any more queries, kindly, I have given you the permission to talk. Ma'am, if you want to elaborate on that question.
No, I think IQAC, the NAC point of view or NARF point of view, maybe we are taking it in a wrong sense, sir. Like they really want the alumni associations to be a genuine part of the university. But then, unfortunately, due to our practical difficulties, lack of time, we are not able to establish those kind of. Sorry.
Sorry, sir, for the interruption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I think this NAC and NIRF has opened up a lot of people and a lot of universities to take alumni seriously, sir. That's how I look into it. But then the genuinity what we bring into these processes will make a very good fruitful outcome for both the alumni and the universities. So that's what I feel. If not for NAC, if not for NIRF, I don't think any of us would be having meeting on alumni or webinars and alumni and how to build alumni networking. So we have to take it in a good spirit, but also give importance, real importance, how to bring back these alumni into the university, which will have definitely a fruitful outcome in the university development also. Because right now, whenever we have our own lot of whenever we have a proposal of a lot of new courses coming in, we find most of our alumni are already doing one such course in any of the country. So we rope up, we ask those people to come in as an expert team or expert advisors and tell us what is happening differently in that country, where we can incorporate, start new courses. So these kind of things, I think we should be able to capitalize from the alumni people. Like other than NAC and NERF, I think these should also be capitalized from the alumni for the university benefit also. So recently we had last week we had a discussion on bringing up onco physiotherapy. But then somebody else in Norway is already doing it. So we have asked him to give a presentation to us about how to go about it, what are the specialty equipments that is required, what kind of environment has to be provided, infrastructure. So they are planning to give a lecture. The alumni is planning to give a lecture on how to build the department. So those kind of activities would help the university also, sir. Because rather than searching, we'll be searching somewhere else, but then our own people will be sitting there and be ready to help the university.
So participant Geeta K had raised her hand. Ma'am, do you have any query?
Okay, I think she's not there.
She's not there, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Sir, shall we conclude the session?
Yes.
Yes. Next, I call upon Mr. P. Ajit Kumar, IQAC Coordinator, School of Rehabilitation and Behavioral Sciences, for the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, very much, Rajesh.
Yeah.
So it's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks for today's webinar. First of all, I thank the Almighty God for the smoothful conductance of the webinar. I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Registrar Sir. A special thanks to our Director IQAC, Dr. P. Jnanashekhar Sir, for support and guidance. I thank resource person Dr. Karthik Muthuraja for accepting our request with a short notice and made wonderful talk. Thank you, sir. I thank our director SRBS, Professor N.D. Rajan, for his support. I also extend my gratitude to the management for providing support. My heartfelt thanks to the organizing team of the webinar. Extending my gratitude to the IT department of university for their support. Last but not least, I would like to extend my thanks to my colleagues and participants of the program. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Jnanashekhar has raised a query, raised his hand. Sir, any concluding remarks or anything you want to elaborate on?
So I'll leave to Director, sir.
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Anyway, special thanks to Dr. Kaushik Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to join you all. I have learned a lot of things right now, how to get some alumni inputs from director has told me a few points. I have noted down also what your homeopathy college did. So I think that
Dr. Geeta,
Second, sir.
Dr. Geeta,
She is out of.
yeah, we'll conclude. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
do visit
Thank you.
our institution sometime if you have time, sir.
Yes, sir,
We'll be happy to host you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.
You are also welcome to visit our university, sir. Anytime pass through the site, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Have a great evening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you all participants. Have a nice day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.